Okay guys, what we have here is a Rocket Bunny diffuser that we are going to paint correctly and put it on the car. I've had this for a while and I've had a terrible time at painting it. I've yesterday sanded all of this stuff out to get it smooth, and I sanded this stuff out because it's really what's visible on the car. And this, as you can tell, is not sanded. And if you can see all the little pits that are in it, it just did not paint well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue sanding it. It doesn't really remove the pits all that well. I just want to get it, like, this is the only part that you can actually see on the car. So I figure if this looks good, I'm happy with it, because this is probably just going to get tore up by rock damage anyway. So I'm not going to be too concerned about what this looks like. And we're going to paint this with Rust-Oleum Universal Gloss Paint and Primer in 1, wood, metal, plastic, and masonry. I've had a lot of good luck with this paint before. It's really, really good paint. And then also we are going to finish it off with, excuse the mess in the garage, some Spray Max 2K clear coat. This stuff is like the best thing you can get compared to a professional clear coat. You have to pop the bottom with that cap. You pop the bottom and it's a two-part. You mix it. A note before you use this: do not pop the bottom until you're ready to use it. You have a limited amount of time and there's not much in here. There's about a third of what's in an actual like can this size of clear coat because of the material that is using the two compartments. So if you're getting this and you're like, oh, a can of clear coat will last me quite a while, this is considerably less. So I've covered this table with a black sheet. Looks like it's got a bunch of cat hair on it. It's going to be fine. Not worried about that. I just didn't want all the dust that was on the table previously, because it is in a messy shop. So we're going to separate these. We're going to wipe them down with some alcohol, and then we're going to get them painted. Starting with this middle section, we are going to paint the top part first. The rear of the bumper comes down right here, so all of this is unseen as under the car. I'm not terribly worried about getting this painted. It is already black, and if I flip this over, you can see that like I have painted this and primed it many times before, and it's just had a terrible time of finishing out. I think it was the paint that I was using and the temperatures I was painting in. So we are going to try to give it a better shot. I recently mocked this up to the car, got it all fitted. Excuse this vehicle that's going by. Okay, got it all fitted and it looks really good. Now I'm really excited about getting this on the car, so I'm going to get it painted, and we're going to start with getting this top piece all the way around, and then we're going to flip it over, prop it up on some material, and then paint the bottom side too. Alright, with our can all shaken up for 1 minute like you're supposed to do, I'm going to do a test shot over here. Make sure it's not coming out in clumps. And we're going to do just a very light coat. Just a tack coat to get it prepared to take paint. You don't want to do too much. And that's it. We're going to let that dry. Again, you don't want to do too much. We're just going to let that dry, and then when it's almost dry, we're going to hit it with another coat. Alright guys, just a little bit of an update. I decided to hang it so that I can get a better approach at the rear, and it puts it in sunlight. So I'll be able to see it better, and it'll dry much quicker. As you can see, this side is drying fine. So we're going to go ahead and continue with the rest, and I'll bring you guys back once we're at a point where it's not redundant. Okay, with those drying, and they're looking really good. Can't really tell from here, but they're doing about as good as I expected them and wanted them to do. They're not perfect, but they're decent. So now we're going to pop this can of 2K clear. So you simply take the red cap out like you just saw me, put it over the stem on the bottom, and then you turn it around and pop it down. make sure it's all the way popped. Press that down all the way. Then you don't need this anymore. We can chuck that. And we sit here and shake this for 2 minutes. And when this is done shaking, those should be ready for clear coat, and we're going to get that. So I'll get back to you guys when the clear coat is finished. It's just like paint. You just spray it on, not too thick or you'll get runs, not too thin because it will not do its job. But when this hardens, it is amazing. I have this on my wheels and it holds up to wheels, so that's really good. Okay, we got 2 coats of clear on all of our black. It turned out pretty decent. There's a little bit of orange peel. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but that's what's great about this stuff, is I can easily wet sand all of this orange peel right out of it, and it'll be shiny as anything you might want. It's a little bit of imperfection in it, but if you wanted perfection, you would go get some professional results by a professional. So out of a spray can, this stuff is amazing, and it is a really, really hard clear coat. It's the best you can get without going to a professional painter. So we're going to let this dry. We're going to actually let this cure for about 48 hours before we take it off the hooks, and just let it do its thing. You don't want to mess with it. You don't want to be impatient with it. Again, when you're spraying this stuff, wear a respirator. And like I said, 2 coats and we're about empty on the can. So there's a lot less than you might think that's in there because of other clear coats that size. Okay guys, 2 days later, we have cured clear coat. It looks good, it's put together, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. Everything that is visible is really, really great. Again, focus you. This is the way the clear coat came out, and this is before. Come on, focus. Do your job. Regardless, you get the point. Super shiny and clear and clean, and dull matte finished. Let's get this on the car. Okay, it's time to put this thing on. I've been waiting for this for a long time. So to start with, these are the brackets that I made. They're crude. They're self-tapped into the actual frame. There's washers preventing anything from not having a happy day. And these will hang down attached to the rear diffuser, and then it will attach, I'm hoping, with 3M to the bumper. I have to undo my bumper tuck, so let's do that first. Okay, we got the self-tappers out for this. This kind of folded under pretty well, but I did wipe it down with alcohol, and sorry for the cars driving by, so that our 3M can adhere to it pretty well. And let's get the diffuser in and get it mounted in the back. That way we can move forward from there. Okay, with this on at this stage, we're 3M'd up. It's nice and solid here. We're bolted in down there. We have the leaves on. We're just going to hold this up to the side, drill our holes for the these 3 holes. We're gonna mark them with a marker, and then drill our holes, and then put those on, and we're done. Okay guys, sorry, it's been a couple days. We had a little bit of bad weather. It rained, and then it was super windy, but we did get this on, and it didn't get it on in time to show you because it did get dark. So what I've done here on the side is I've added this. It's just a window washer hose, and I sliced it down the middle on one side and fits it over the top. So it did have some white lettering on it, and I just sanded it off with some sandpaper. It's just fine. I did have to remove the inner wheel well just so I can reach this back here. There was no way to reach it from the underside because the bumper curves under, and it's just a major pain. So that was a little bit of an issue, but we did get it on. It's solid. And then here, where I tried using just some 3M to hold it on, that did fail. Not to where it like fell off. It's pretty solid. even if the 3M wasn't there. But I did add some bolts to this side that go through the bottom of the bumper there and there. I painted the washers black so you wouldn't really see it, but I'm still going to have to go in here and clean this up. I did kind of peel the 3M down off of the paint just to see if it would clean up easily, and it will. I just have to do it, and I haven't done it. And again, same thing on the other side. So this is how it looks. I'm really happy. I think it adds a really aggressive look to the car. Again, this is the Rocket Bunny rear diffuser. It's not carbon fiber, obviously, it's just black. And as soon as I get the louvers back on, I really think it's going to complete the rear end completely on the car. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and stay tuned for the next videos. Have a good day, guys.